Some very interesting remarks this week from a former Australian Prime Minister who compared NATO's plans to expand into the Asia-Pacific to a contagious disease.
Exporting that malicious poison to Asia would be akin to Asia welcoming the plague upon itself. With all of Asia's recent development amid its long and latent poverty, that promise would be compromised by having anything to do with the militarism of Europe and militarism egged on by the United States.
Paul Keating went further, claiming NATO's leadership acts in the interests of Washington more than anyone else, including Europe. He also noted China hasn't got a history of invading other countries, unlike the United States. Earlier, the French president issued his own criticism of the alliance's plan to open a liaison office in Japan. Emmanuel Macron said it would risk shifting the alliance's reach too far. We spoke to a member of the Centre for China and Globalization think tank who doesn't believe the plan is thought through.
Many countries, including France, are strongly opposing the idea to open a NATO's liaison office in Japan. But since NATO is now what quite a few European leaders called brain dead, so NATO could still do things that do not seem rational or agreeable to the interests of most European nations. Opening an office in Japan signifies another step towards angering China and many other Asian countries. The Asian countries are still remembering the war crimes Japan has done to its neighbors in the two world wars. The east expansion of NATO is a major reason for Russia's special military operations in Ukraine. I think NATO should not repeat the same era in the Far East, jeopardizing peace in Asia. Just as the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin said last month, the majority of Asian countries oppose the emergence of military blocs in the region. They don't welcome NATO's outreach in Asia.